So here we are with Season 4, Episode 9 of She-Ra and the Princesses of Power. Last episode, Catra found out that Scorpia is gone. Bo is desperately trying to keep his best friend squad together, and it is just not working, unfortunate. And overall, we just had a rather sad ending to both sides in terms of friendship, so we'll just have to see what's gonna happen in this episode. Full links are on Patreon and early access in the YouTube memberships. Other than that, let us get started. Oh, Madam Razz?
Broom! Where are you? Broom! Day, we have to get ready for our guest.
Oh, you got a guess?
Perfect.
Looks even filthier.
Adora, you're just in time.
Razz,
Oh, Mara.
my name isn't Adora. Mara.
So the outside is like all white and stuff, so I guess that's like Razz is like getting mixed up between Adora and Mara.
That's what you be. Now come on, silly. We don't have much
Two
time.
people, same!
Razz, it's you. Oh, I finally.
Ah, so she was shifting in
If you
universe?
No.
You do know something. If there's
No.
some kind of First One's weapon out there, you need to tell me. We could use it to defeat the Horde and free Etheria.
Oh, it's the reason why this
Finally see that she was wrong.
place is out.
What was that for?
You need to stop being so forgetful, Mara. We're making pie today with Swiftwind.
Oh, oh.
Adora. And Swiftwind isn't even.
Hello!
Ah!
He's
Swiftwind,
always
what are
here.
you doing here?
Oh, I visit Razz all the time. You guys
Oh.
pick up on old ladies alone in the woods. Come on, Adora. Have a heart.
The weapon Mara talked about in her last message on the ship. Bo's with the ship. Trying to.
Where's your ship? Oh, okay, Bo was with the ship.
Glitchy to make out.
So you guys just been doing that? Been cleaning out the ship?
Come, dearie. Not a moment to waste. Let's go.
Gotta go.
Apparently, we're making pie.
You guys even have an oven? Hey! Her pie mix was in there!
Somewhere where I can get answers. I'm sure of it.
No, she's just finding sugar.
She helped save you, and she helped stop the portal.
Well,
She knows more than she lets.
she didn't show up here. You kind of found her.
I just have to figure it out.
Is losing her part of the method?
Well,
Razz,
already gone. Well, I guess she'll appear when you need her most.
How did you find this place?
Oh. The first time Razz...
There you are. Madam Razz wondered where you went.
How do you know my name?
Oh,
Is this the first time?
It's been so long. Time.
I miss it.
Never mind. Razz is only here to borrow some sugar.
Damn, just coming in here to raid her shit. Yo, just...
Detected. Mara, who is this person? What are you looking for?
Sugar! How
just whack her in the head.
I without sugar! Don't ask me
Understandable.
questions, Adora.
Adora? You really think she's somehow found information about a project so classified even I don't know all the details?
Probably.
Yeah, but she's clearly harmless. Besides,
she's just...
magic. Can't you let it slide?
Okay, so this is before she transformed the,
Unauthorized presence not detected. Any reports to the contrary
Very interesting.
are
This is...
correct. Thanks.
Aw.
Couldn't ask for a better friend.
Yeah, so this is before the whole planet just...
See you tomorrow!
No, you can't.
See you tomorrow!
Why do you keep calling me Adora? Who's Adora? Razz, wait! There you are.
Oh. That's where...
Oh, it's a First One's ruin.
So this is where the ship was. Oh. Ah.
You found it.
The
Found what?
sugar!
What does it mean?
Sugar! Now we just need the berry.
Ooh, that's the thing that Madame Razz took. So that's the thing that starts the ship, I would presume?
She's been gone for 1,000 years.
No.
Not in her head.
Right? She's helping me
you know. No, I'm helping you make a pie.
Mara, Adora, same thing. You know, if only you had some magic to just be able to... Oh, well, at least she's got closer to the sword. I give you an offering. An arm. Oh.
What are you doing?
Oh, she's just teaching her how to heal the forest. Wow.
How am I doing this?
Or at the very least, it's just growing over it.
Shira is you.
It's you. Oh.
Etheria chose you.
Oh my god, Shira was the weapon this whole time! The planet is the planet is the weapon!
They say we're the heroes, but I don't know if it's right.
Well, if you're the winner in this whatever war,
People made this
you're the
world.
hero.
Razz could not do anything to help. I am sorry.
Then help me. Adora, not Mara.
Adora? Yes, Mara was
Adora!
born Adora. We have to hurry. We have to put the pie in. What? Not much time, not much time.
Oh shit, she made the pie.
Okay, Razz, what was it that you were just saying about the evil at the heart of Etheria? There's gotta be more to it than that.
Oh, a timer.
There was a reason why she broke everything. She was afraid of something.
Yeah, maybe it's the weapon.
I can't stay long, Razz.
Where's my pie?
They're making pie today. Oh, have you forgotten?
I can't stop it. But I can keep them from hurting anyone else.
Mara!
So the sword reacts to it. I mean, it's an activator, right?
It's time.
For the pie.
Razz? Come on, Swifty.
Where are we going?
Swifty. He's a Swifty fan. The pie's done. Says that so serious. Oh my god, the ship! Oh. So they've just been putting...
Mara?
Ow! Ooh.
Adora, help me find Mara. You know where she is.
You have the key, don't you?
Adora, who's that lady?
It's okay. It's just Razz.
You have everything you need.
I have everything.
The key, the thing... Wow.
What are you doing?
Oh, we get to see...
The sword is gone. There's not going to be a Shira anymore.
So she left the sword.
Your mission will be fulfilled. There will be peace throughout the galaxy. You will be
Oh, yeah. Conquered peace or something, huh?
The world bring peace.
trying to disable me.
Oh, it took the moon with him? Oh, no wonder there's all the moons. Well, at least they'll balance the gravity out and all that, you know?
Mara?
Adora.
I don't know what they told you, but it wasn't all bad at first. We were the first ones to settle Etheria.
Okay, so this is what she was talking about. All the way in season 2, I think? Or season 3? Season 3.
My people turned our planet, all of Etheria, into a weapon. And Shira is the
Oh, the planet is the weapon! Who would've thought? Oh, dude. Hey, we can blow up the Horde.
I saw what they would do. The deaths that would follow.
And here's Adora who wanted to use it.
Hiding is our only option. The heart of Etheria is still siphoning magic, storing it. If unsafe,
Okay.
it will tear Etheria apart if it goes off again.
Wait, this ship crashed and like, it's still fine. I guess she probably died from the...
Weapon is Etheria.
Yeah, let's blow up the planet.
Sacrificed herself to save everyone.
Where's her body?
My Mara.
Oh, give her a pie.
Mara, dearie.
Got me feeling a little sad with that whole pie thing. Especially, you know, Mara's just like, we'll have a pie tomorrow, I promise. So, yeah, we, you know, just in case we had that one situation where Etheria is about to get fucking destroyed and time and space gets ripped up and all that. Oh, we've got another chance to destroy Etheria. Let's go, Adora. Alright. I'm gonna go write some notes and we will be right back to the center. Alright, so that was Season 4, Episode 9 of She-Ra and the Princesses of Power. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments down below. You know that I always like talking to you guys. For me, I thought that this was a pretty good episode. We've got to see Mara in the flesh instead of, you know, in a hologram. We got to see Mara doing her little transformation. I did see that there was a Mara transformation because that's just what happens when I go onto my homepage and then I get spoiled by, you know, people just posting up clips of Season 4 and Season 5 of She-Ra. So I knew about that, didn't really see like the whole transformation stuff, but honestly I don't really care much for it, so there's that. But we got to see more of Razz and we got to see her trickling through time and space. You know, at first when we saw her all the way back in like what, episode 2 or 3, I think it was episode 3 of She-Ra, season 1 I mean, when Razz just keeps on mentioning Adora as Mara, it's probably because she was going through time and space, you know, just talking to Mara, but then she was also talking to Adora. But then at the same time, as this episode continued, I was just kind of like, is it her actually trickling through time and space, or is she just, you know, or is this just the way that the show was showcasing that she is relapsing in her memories or whatever? Towards the end, you know, it kind of shows that I think that Razz is trickling through time and space. I mean, you can kind of see it back in Season 3, you know, towards the, like, the final episodes where she just comes out. She's just like, hello, I'm here to help, Adora. So the main thing that Razz was trying to do this episode was to create a pie. Right? She's out here making a pie, and you know what? The fact that she managed to make a pie, hopefully somebody eat that pie, you know? It's, although she is, in the end, from what we saw, right, we see that Razz is making this pie as kind of like an offering, kind of like when you go to a gravestone and you bring food, you know, for the dead. So hopefully they get some food on the other side or whatever. And this is also me definitely being disrespectful, but I am over here thinking, who's gonna eat that? We do get to see a scene where Razz sees Mara for the first time, right? She's just like, oh, Mara, here you are. And then she's just like, who are you? And Razz is just so happy to be like, whoa, this is the first time. Haven't been to the first time in a very long, while. She's just like, yeah, whatever, you know? She just goes into, I just love that she just goes into her ship and just starts raiding her shit, dude. Although, what the hell's going on in this, like, interior ship anyways? It looks like a, I don't know, it looks like a marketplace or something. You just got tables, and then you got a little, you know, you got these little boxes with all, like, the boxes of sugar and everything, you know? I do enjoy it, but we were showcasing this crystal thing that I would presume, not to say activate the ship, maybe it does something for the most part, right? Because when Mara takes that off, that's when we are shown Light Hope, who comes out, and she's just like, oh, intruder detected, even though you should have expected that when she first came into the ship. But no, it's only when Razz, is only when Razz pulled that thing out that Light Hope came. Goddamn, dude. Security in these places are absolute shite. Again, with Razz and her basket and her just going out to these bins and just taking stuff. It's a marketplace out here, dude. You know what? If that's how the first ones decided that that's how they're gonna have their food and all that, doesn't even look like there's a kitchen in here. I don't know, maybe we've only seen one part of the ship, so maybe there is a kitchen in here somewhere, but seems like the food stuff are right here, so like, I don't know. These places are just for snacking? Like, what's going on? Like, she even had like a box of sugar where like Mara's just like, here's the sugar, yeah. Razz ends up like talking. She did make mention of like Adora during the times when she sees Mara again, right? Like, oh, Adora, and there was like, I don't remember where it is specifically, but there was like a stinger when Razz says Adora, and Mara's just like, Adora? And I suppose maybe that's kind of like the point where Mara realizes, oh shit, there's somebody else besides me, somebody else who is perhaps She-Ra, if you're mistaking me for someone else, you know, and I'm She-Ra, somewhere around there. But an interesting note is that Razz knows about She-Ra, and she basically tells Mara that, hey, even before your people came here, She-Ra existed. And that Etheria chose She-Ra, right? Not the sword or the first ones. I suppose it just kind of gets my head thinking about, like, okay, the first one says that she is She-Ra, right? It's like, oh, that's who you are. You are She-Ra, and you can siphon you can use your power through the sword. But then Razz comes in, and she's just like, oh, you don't need the fucking sword. What the hell? Dude, Etheria chose you. Like, you can basically, if you really want to. I mean, we've seen Adora done this before, right? With her recovering the tree for wherever Perfuma lived in again, whatever that village place that she was, you know, with the big tree and all that, right? She restored that tree. She is able to connect with all the other princesses who have the crystals and whatnot, right? In terms of like nature-esque stuff. And then, I mean, she also has, she had that power where she literally just transformed a horse into a Pegasus unicorn, you know, and then Swiftwind's able to like fucking talk and everything. It's all like, it is like nature-based. I don't know why I made the example of like the crystal thing with the princess. I don't know, I guess it's natural in their world with magic. Does that mean that the first ones, like, just somehow know that Mara was She-Ra? How does one know that Mara is that someone is She-Ra? Other than, I guess, that the sword reacts to them, but then how did they create the sword that reacts to She-Ra? I don't know. So, like, that's kind of the thing that I'm wondering about. It's just like, is it just a convenient thing that, like, the first ones that chose the She-Ra, this just so happens to be the same one that Etheria, the planet, chose? Who knows? So, Mara says, Adora, I know you're there. Razz said you would be there. And, as I mentioned before, right? I'm just like, okay, so that means that Razz has been trickling through time and space. And, I mean, I kind of had that assumption when they showed her just going through, like, the time and all that, and, well, not the time, but, like, you know, when the fucking world was exploding and turning white and all that, and we see Razz just walking into the light, and, like, again, she just knows all of these things, and now we see her phasing through different dimensions, or, again, it could just be her memory relapsing, but I do feel like that's just her trickling through time and space, because Mara knows that Adora exists, and so she knows that her mission has failed this whole entire time, but she, at the very least, right, knowing that Adora is out there somewhere in the future, right, 1,000 years into the future, she decides that she's going to give Adora some warnings, and hopefully Adora wouldn't fall into the same place as Mara, right? The power of knowledge and all that. I suppose Razz, in her confused and dazed self, she knows, and like with the whole pie thing, right, she's trying to remember. At this point, I mean, I would presume she knows all the way inside of her, but she just hasn't, it just hadn't come out until this point where, like, she finally made the pie, you know, and she finally gets the, not finally, but, you know, she sheds a tear and gives her the pie, you know? For you, Mara dearie. Very nice. But going back to Mara, we see, again, when, I think it was episode 5, when Light Hope was losing her memory and whatnot, and she ended up finding the memory with her becoming friends with Mara, right? Perhaps this was afterwards, because, like, Light Hope was just over here like, oh, we're friends, haha, you know? Dude, this Light Hope was just so much more innocent, you know, before the fucking program that is the Heart of Etheria project took over. My god. Like, the big difference between this Light Hope and, like, the Light Hope that we know crazy, dude. Crazy. We got to this point, right, where Mara sees Light Hope and just starts whacking her with... just whacking her with it. Her presence is unauthorized. You must remove her from the premises, or I will be forced to alert your superiors. And so that's, you know, that's Light Hope just trying to go with procedures and everything. You cannot let her take things and leave. She could have been exposed to classified data about the Heart of Etheria project. Yes, again, it's not just programming. We need to detain and interrogate her. It is in my programming. Can't you just let it slide, please, Hope? Just call her Hope. For me, giving her the puppy eyes and everything. And, like, wow, can you believe that? Light Hope actually showing emotions and all that, and so she ends up being like, oh yeah, unauthorized presence not detected, so she has to, like, fight against her programming, which, you know, it kind of makes me wonder, like, even all the way back in, like, episode 5, kind of, when Light Hope, before she went to 100%, found that memory between her and Mara again, and then after she goes to 100%, right, the system that's within Light Hope is just kind of like, these memories should have been deleted a long time ago. Why are they still here? I do wonder if, like, that's kind of like this Light Hope trying to fight back against the programming, but, unfortunate. We won't know if this Light Hope is truly dead or not, and, like, the system that is the Heart of Etheria project has just taken over her, because, I mean, it erased the memory, so maybe this chatbot thing has emotions, and this emotions is gonna leak out at some point. Who knows? Who knows? So I wrote this in because I noticed that Mara mentions superior. I need the sword to control Shira's magic. That's what my superior always told me. I was kind of like, superior? Like, is this like a military type of thing? Or like, we talking corporate? You know? And if it were to be a little bit more military sort of spiel, you know? Hey, you know, maybe the first ones in the Horde ain't so different after all. One wants to conquer planets, the other wants to destroy it. Same thing, right? But also, Mara makes that mention that she thought that she needs a sword to control Shira's magic. But that's not true, because as Razz showed her, she just puts her hand on the pig thing, or she puts her hand down on the ground and it just grows things around her, right? She doesn't control the magic, as Razz says. You don't control the magic. Magic is. But it seems like Mara is able to influence it, and so I do wonder if, like, are we gonna get to that point for Adora where, you know, she's not gonna be so reliant on her sword all the time. Although now that I think about it, it seems like they need the sword to transform? So, I don't know. Now I just kind of feel like this, like, the first one just kidnapped people off of Etheria. Just they were like, oh, that person's, the planet chose her as Shira. Take her now. I don't know, and I'm only thinking about that because later on, when we see these colorful wisps, which I assume is magic that's, like, coming out, or this is what they say is it's the Heart of Etheria that's coming out, and then the sword starts glowing, the gem glows purple, and she, you know, she goes into a little bit of an avatar state out here, just... And it seems like the magic is going into her, or into the sword, and then it starts showing traces of what I would presume is like a machine or something that's inside of her. I would presume that's kind of what it is, and so, again, I just assume that Mara has gone through these rigorous training from the first ones, and perhaps she has also gone through, you know, certain things where they just put her into a pod and they put nanomachines inside of her or something. Then there's also this point where Light Hope says, it is your destiny to be Shira, and Mara fights that back with, Shira's destiny was to be a part of your machine. And so that's why I'm kind of like, I have in my notes, machines and Mara? So, like, they put machines inside her? Kind of like a way to control her, since she is the key, but then they also, I would presume they also need, like, some sort of failsafe. But then if they did, wouldn't they be able to control her? I don't know, maybe the nanomachines that's inside of her is, like, an enhancer, you know? To let her take in the siphon magic. But we know that Mara destroyed Light Hope's intraplanetary systems, which I believe, I can't remember if Light Hope has made mention about that before, but I've not like mentioned about it like directly, but you know, kind of just said it about it indirectly somewhere around there. But at least we know that even if they've transported to the Spondos, Light Hope wouldn't be able to contact her superior and just be like, yo, this is where we are, you know, kind of like with Horde, where they opened that planet for a little bit, just like, hey, Horde Prime, we're right here. If the first one comes as well, yo, dude, this empty planet, this empty universe or whatever, it's gonna get crowded real quick. Of course, it's the frickin' AI that says, there will be peace throughout the galaxy, you know, after we destroy worlds out there. Nothing like a little controlled peace, am I right? So Mara, in her final moments, tell Adora about the Heart of Etheria project, which what it does is that it reroutes Etheria's magic, it siphons it, and it collects it into the planet's core. It's in turn turns Etheria into a weapon, and She-Ra is the key to this weapon. My god, it's just like how she was the key to the portal. Who would have thought? I'm still kind of over here thinking. Mara said that the Heart of Etheria project is still ongoing. It's still siphoning and collecting magic at the core, but it is unstable and it will destroy Etheria if it is activated again. And you know, they kind of showcase like, oh, when Mara was like, oh, it's starting, and then we start seeing all these colorful wisps that's coming out, and then it pulls into her when she stuck her sword into the ground before just leaving it there. Not really sure what she was doing with that, other than her leaving the key there and then trying to get out of the planet, or at least she teleported the planet, and then she just dive bombed straight into the ground and died. So that's what she wanted to do. That's what she was gonna do. But my question is, how was this going to work in the first place? You know, like in terms of using Etheria as a weapon and She-Ra is the key, and if She-Ra is like to be a part of the machine that is the first ones, I suppose that means that like if they are able to get the planet, they siphon the planet, and then like you can control it with She-Ra or the sword. You could just take She-Ra to like other planets and just be like, get dunked on, and just just siphon planet all the way from Etheria, and it's just gonna come to your planet, and your planet just blows up, you know? If that's the case, is there like a distance thing? You know, if She-Ra is just all the way across multiple universes or something, and then she uses that from Etheria, does that like take time, you know? Does magic travel at light speed? I don't know. But my first assumption was that the planet is literally just going to be a giant cannon, and it's just like, alright, we're gonna point this over here where your planet is, we're gonna blow you all up. They didn't really show us like what it was doing planet-wise. It kind of just showed us like when we're like on the planet, just things are just coming out of the planet. I would assume magic is just coming out of the planet. I just have questions that, you know, you don't need to answer. Also, they got these scratch marks on her, I just realized. It just looks like numbers. What the hell? You know, those are kind of the same scratch marks that they showcase on the statue when Adora saw it, and she's just like, whoa, what are all these marks on here? And they're just like, oh, did Mara do this? Did she destroy the statue? I suppose. I mean, she did, at this point. It's sword marks. Who else has swords here, right? What the hell? What the hell is all this? This is some horror shit right here. What is inside her? Wait, is this a cave that she's inside? Are these pipes? What are these? They look like veins. Oh my god. Going to Adora, right? Here she is, looking for Razz. As she said in the last episode, she's going to find that weapon that Mara is talking about, and she's gonna fucking show Glimmer what's up, you know? She can't fucking complain or say anything once Adora gets his weapon and she defeats the Horde by herself, I guess. She's coming in here, a little desperate, coming to Razz. You need to help me with this weapon. And so we just see Adora being pulled by the leash from Razz this whole entire time. So she's just running around the place. But as she says, Madame Razz will lead her to things, and so Madame Razz was doing that. She was leading her to things. She led her to the statue where Mara and Razz first met and got her to find the crystal that activates this. I'm still not sure what this crystal does, but you know, it's a crystal that helps connects the connection between her and Mara, or at least it lets us see the full message from Mara that we couldn't see before. So yeah, Razz let her here. She got what she needed, and in the end, Adora finds out that the weapon is Etheria, and well, if she uses it, she's gonna blow up Etheria. And hey, Adora wanted a weapon, but at what cost? Well, the entire planet and everybody she loves on that planet. And if she were to use this weapon just to get a W, would she really be any worse than Catra? Who knows, right? Who knows? Actually, I know. She would be the same as Catra. What am I talking about? It's literally the same thing that Catra would have done. Yo, I totally forgot, but like, Mara crash landed back in, and I guess this is where she died from the impact, I would presume. There's no shock absorbent or anything in this ship, even though y'all are just, you know, advanced and all that. She just dies from the impact. And also, there's no seatbelt on that. On that seat that she's sitting on, you know? So when they crash, she probably just fell off the chair and just boom! Right against the fucking metal. I do wonder, where is Mara's body? Because this ship seems pretty intact. It wasn't really, like, fucking absolutely demolished or anything. It looks like it was intact, but where's her body? It has been over 1,000 years, so maybe it just decomposed somewhere. Who knows? Maybe she just evaporated, actually. It was just so hot in there, you know? She was entering the atmosphere again. And there's no heat absorbent in that thing? It's... anyways. Mara died in the crash. But before she died in the crash, she tells Adora, right? Adora, this isn't over. So it's up to you now. There you go. I couldn't stop it. In the end, I wasn't strong enough. But you, Adora, you will be more powerful than they ever planned. And she says, I believe in you. You, this person, I don't know when you will come, but I believe in you. I wonder why. You know, why is Mara mentioning that Adora will be more powerful? I would probably presume it's the power of knowledge, you know, to actually know what the hell is going to happen, what will happen if you were to do this, you know, instead of having to follow Light Hope, who's just kind of like, look, just keep training, just keep doing what I say, and everything will be good. Everything will be Gucci, right? Light Hope has just been keeping her in the dark this whole time. Really should just call her Dark Hope at this point. Now that Adora has this knowledge, right? I would presume she would not want to follow the same route that Catra has gone through. And so she probably will not be using this weapon, but also tries to figure out how the hell she's going to have to stop this Heart of Etheria project. Dude, she wanted a weapon and now she just got more problems. Not only does she have to deal with the Horde, she's got this fucking Heart of Etheria thing too. Whoa, what an annoyance, dude. What an annoyance. Why can't you just give me a gun or something? What if she transformed her sword into a gun? Not that she knows what a gun is, but imagine that, firing magic bullets. They just shoot Horde heck. One thing I did wonder, other than the fact that Adora now has the knowledge, so, you know, she is not knowledge is power and all that, but the whole thing that I was talking about with Mara having machines in her or something, those things, I do wonder if it will show up in Adora, just because, like, maybe that's just how they were born, but consider how the first ones is very technology-based. I do wonder if, like, that's just something that they implemented into Mara, because she had been living over there in a very long time, wherever the first ones are, for a very long time before she settled down into Etheria. But here is Adora, who came here as a baby, and I would presume they did not inject her with anything as a baby. Just an assumption, but who knows, maybe they did. But then if they did, would that mean that they'd be able to track her? But then if they could track her, they'd be here already. So, again, I would kind of assume maybe it's the whole machine inside Mara. It's not inside Adora. That could also be a helpful thing. Like, maybe Adora living in Etheria for her whole life instead of living where the first ones are can help her be one with the planet a lot more. Who knows? All I know is that we can't use the weapon. Oh, that's a little unfortunate, you know. I was thinking about, like, what if we just get the planet, the cannon, we just point it at Hordak Prime, he won't know what's coming. An unfortunate situation, just more things on Adora's plate So, very sad. But before I go, there was one mention that somebody made in a comment of episode 1 of this season, where Adora said, "I'm supposed to take care of you," which is a very different thing from what Angela said, right? When she said, "Take care of each other," instead of, "Hey, you, take care of my daughter for me," right? They're both are supposed to take care of each other. But now Adora, feeling like, I would presume she feels like it's her fault. I mean, we saw that last time when Glimmer fucking shoves in Adora's face and Adora was crying about it. She feels that she has to take care of Glimmer because she couldn't save Angela, and so that kind of like makes their tumultuous relationship even more tumultuous. Oh. Their rowdy relationship into a tumultuous relationship, huh? And especially with Glimmer becoming queen and then having this authority over her. You know, I will say I'm glad that after last episode, they just left me with, like, this episode where it's just, you know, Adora and Razz and Mara. So I'm glad. I would presume we're probably gonna come back to it in the next episode. Or maybe you just don't show me it anymore and just, you know, show me what's happening with Scorpia. I'm just saying, alright? Alright, if I have anything else to say, I will write it in the description down below. And that's it. Bye!